Well, after that happened, welcome back to the Final Fantasy VII Remake. So, the President is dead, like he was last time, except this time we actually got to see him die.
Yeah, we should
Barrett
probably
died,
get the heck out
except
of
not
Dodge.
really.
Alda, are you alright? Okay.
And now the Dementors are flying about everywhere, apologizing to the Overlord for how shit they've been.
Thanks for reviving Barrett, guys.
Yeah.
You still
Oh.
suck, though.
Yeah.
Quiet, they might kill him.
Wait,
No.
hang on, wait a minute.
I noticed
We
that
had
one
a
too.
vending machine just back there, now
With
we've
the
got
bench,
another one
and
right
we have
here.
another one here. Like that's a bit of a no. That's some Paper Mario or Legendary Starfy level of checkpoint.
Yeah, your Cloud
worry.
decided, you know what, the vending machine is here, so I'm gonna go to it, but first I'm gonna have a little sit down.
Cloud, you literally did a few steps.
Yeah, but again, like I told you, this sword is, I know I complained about the Buster sword earlier, but this isn't that much lighter.
Hey, wait, hold on. I'm the one playing Cloud, Dwibs.
Remember,
Jova,
Jova,
I'll let you know the secret, Jova. I am the general commander of the Dementors, and my power is to overtake people's parts.
All the voice rolls.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Oh, so
Wait,
Shiri,
I'll let you know the secret, though. I'm not the one in charge.
Wait.
I'm not the one overall
Also,
in charge.
sorry, Shiri. The voices are
Wait,
reserved
wait,
for please,
wait.
please Pokemon. That
Wait.
shit's dead.
Wait. Actually, Dwibs, you know what? Sure, be the general commander of the Dementors. By all means.
Yeah, I'm even one of the only. I'm one of the very few Dementors to get a nickname.
Yes, imagine.
Bob.
Don't worry.
Yes, actually, Bob.
Bob the Dementor.
Don't worry, Bob the
Notice
Dementor.
my directing.
Don't worry, Bob the Dementor. We'll be meeting
Sephiroth,
soon
seriously.
enough.
Okay, Dwibs, stop with this notification. Also, Sephiroth, what are you doing?
Sephiroth, come
I
down here.
disrupted your Wi-Fi connection, Cloud.
Damn.
Seriously, you were just like posing there.
Wait.
Jesus.
Screw off, Dementors. I need to
Seriously,
actually
what
get
is
up.
wrong with these people? Oh, there you go.
Turns out it was another hoodie
I
guy.
think this one is Marco. Well, whatever. One of the two was Marco. Hi.
So what? One of them was Marco, the other's named Polo.
Yes.
I guess. But anyway, let's not think too much about this because again, we have the plot to catch up on.
All right, we got our escape at least.
Everyone okay?
Hey, get your man.
He's not my man.
Of course.
We made ours.
Dwibs! Timing!
I swear I turned this off.
Also, Call
Yeah,
of
you see-
Duty and Fortnite after Minecraft. The Minecraft.
Sephiroth is such a dick. He won't let me download anything.
Anyway, we just went Resident Evil because we needed that.
Wow, there goes the
Well, yeah,
hell.
that was
Sephiroth hates Minecraft.
And don't worry, I did edit a bit out where I turn off the notifications.
Okay, I already know. Alright, time to introduce probably the best revamped character of a remake so far, Rufus Shinra, ex-vice president, now taking over. Now,
A bit late in the game though.
before Crisis expands on a bit, which explains why he has been on a vacation, and the fact that he had got the ring about his father getting out of his
That's
position.
Cloud's biggest.
Also, okay, Ferrari.
That's
I
Cloud's
love
biggest
your,
contribution. Yeah.
Also, Ferrari. I love your art style, but Jesus, what have you done to Rufus' coat?
Like, did
Seriously.
you just try to slice it just to look cool or something? Like, it's like it's like confetti or like streamers. Like, what is it?
We can finish off the family here and now.
Yeah, there it is.
Take Aerith and get out of here.
Actually, yeah, this is a good point.
Oh no.
Yeah, here's the.
How about you?
Buy some time.
Yeah, okay, but yeah, Dwibs does have a bit of a point though. Like, it's weird. In the original, it made sense that the group split up, given the circumstances. But here, it would probably be better if we banded together and took them on, right? Here
Well,
and then.
Jova, again, the Dementors would.
But you
Okay.
Well, yeah, we know that, but they don't know that yet.
Mr. President, the Wi-Fi network is lost.
Anyway,
damn it.
Rufus in this game is voiced by Josh Bowman, which is mostly another TV actor. He was in one episode of Doctor Who.
Oh.
And guess what? Even Rufus wants to fuck Cloud. I'm not even joking. Just listen to the dialogue.
No, he isn't.
Let's
We
listen.
just got told that earlier.
And let's listen to this.
Oh my.
You don't know shit.
I quit.
Sure you did.
Secure the others.
Well, you know what they say. If you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. With the help of an attack helicopter, of course.
Hold on this bit. Excuse me, do you forget the dog?
And my attack dog.
Well, maybe 3.
Oh, in the original script he said, well, it doesn't count. Anyway, time for my second most favorite battle theme of the entire game. The Rufus. They actually remixed the classic boss theme with the Shinra theme for Rufus. Now, this, at least for me, was actually the hardest boss fight in the game because it's not a matter of power skill, but essentially this is a dance. You need to learn the tempo, otherwise you're dead.
So yeah, basically, and Rufus and his attack dog, Darkstar, there you are.
Yeah, it was
connected.
called Dark Nation, if I recall correctly, in the
Are,
original.
basically they're connected. So what I try and do is kill the dog first,
Yeah.
then get rid of Rufus.
Yeah, that's the ideal strategy. The thing is that you have to watch out because again, Rufus and the Darkstar actually tandem their attack. They synergize their attack together, so you need to learn when to guard, when to attack properly.
I don't know, too. Like, even in hard mode, I find this boss pretty easy. I mean, as long as the first thing you would do is, of course, like we've said, kill Darkstar. Yeah, it's called Darkstar.
I'm sorry, Darkstar.
The other important thing is that Rufus shotgun gives you a lot of knockback to go around, so it can disrupt your combo very easily as well.
Oh.
That's the thing.
Sorry, the game won't let me. The game won't let me cut him down because I gotta watch this cut.
Oh my.
Oh Jesus! All right, time for new tricks up his sleeve because in the original Rufus just had his shotgun. Here he has some special custom-made coins that shoot lasers.
Yes.
Okay, not gonna
Where can I
lie.
get this currency?
Also, speaking of the theme, of the battle theme, this is the point where Masashi Hamazu, just like in 13.2, decides to basically enter in his Danny Elfman and John Williams mood, because this once again channels basic both Star Wars and Batman at the same time.
Awesome. I mean, you know, it's fitting. You're on top of a building at the dark of night, so sure, let's go Batman.
It's
on
over,
this.
Rufus. I have the high
And they are.
ground.
Darkstar is not dead.
No,
but
in this version he
Rufus
actually
just tells him
lives.
to fuck
Just the two.
Aw, he actually cares for the doggo.
The doggo lives.
Unfortunately, we're not done because Rufus, it's another thing that was shown in the trailer, Rufus can use his shotgun as a propeller. What?
Now remember, Teo, this is the same character. Well, not from Ferrari. The one. My guess is Teo Ferrari took inspiration from Nomura's idea for the gunplay.
Not to worry, I have the power of limit
When
break.
you just destroyed him.
Yeah, well, yeah, limit break 10.
What a shame.
Well,
Oh
crap.
no, you lost your toy. What about now?
I could just, I can get a new one off Daddy. Oh wait.
So as you can see, let's handle this boss pretty easily.
Well, again, beginner mode.
Beginner's
But
luck.
honestly, that is true. Yeah, but honestly, as long as
Oh,
you keep
shit.
as long as you keep dodge rolling his attack, I don't think
Oh.
There you go.
Hard
In the
mode.
original, it just goes fucks away, but here it actually tries to kill Cloud with the minigun.
Yeah, he just leaves him there to dangle.
Now who has the high ground? Cloud.
Come on,
Any
Cloud.
moment.
Come on.
There you go. Tifa to the rescue.
That was
That would have
sliding
sucked.
across the floor.
Just made it.
Okay, I will admit.
Thank you.
I will admit, I do like that scene, though I will admit some of the tension is kind of taken out knowing that the Dementors probably would have saved Cloud anyway.
Now, Cloud, you need to make an effort to actually pull yourself up, because otherwise we're both falling.
Yeah,
Don't worry, he
probably
does it off
should.
screen.
I mean,
That being
Tifa is
said-
strong. Tifa is strong, but
That being said, Jova, it's also a very great
It-
great
it is-
front to put to to throw to the shippers.
True. Yeah, it is.
and it's also parallel to what happens at the end of the original game.
Wait
All right,
a minute.
just like in the original, the 100 gunner starts. Will start by chasing you in the elevator, as you will see, but the fight will move somewhere else for practicality purposes.
I actually agree with this change because that fight was always very weird in the way.
Take cover.
Shit.
Okay,
Elevators are
those
safe, Harry,
things are
huh?
really bad.
It also has to be pointed. It also has to be pointed out because the
Oh,
original,
hang on, sorry.
Oh, this one.
We got. Ooh.
Hi, Wedge.
Hi.
Bye,
Bye,
Wedge.
bye. Can't hear you.
Senpai.
I walked all the way
wait,
up here, damn it.
excuse me, Mr. Invincible, weren't we supposed to kill somebody?
Yeah, we were.
Oh.
Why didn't we do this earlier?
We probably
Seriously.
should have, but don't worry.
we just suck at this, okay? Just roll with it.
Yeah.
It's like
Accept your fate.
What about
wonder
your
if the- I wonder
what
if the
about your
whole-
cat's wedge?
yeah,
Seriously.
and we're just being yeeted out the window. But one thing I want to ask.
Just we'll take care of them too.
I wonder, did
Oh wait.
the more hang on, but
Yes, Liz.
did Nomura forget that he hasn't killed he hasn't killed Wedge yet? So he wrote that scene last and put it here.
He was trying to play. He was trying to play with that like because fans know that he's supposed to die earlier. So fans, he was. My guess is he and Nojima probably intentionally keep him alive for a bit just to keep the fans guessing, most likely.
Yeah, but I kind of fucks over the Dementors a bit.
Yeah, okay.
Again, oh shit.
Oh, snap.
Alright, third favorite battle theme for me, the straight up orchestral remix of Bozo Fight Torture.
Not counting
You know-
the one we got against the first boss?
No,
No, no.
that's not a straight up
No,
job.
no,
It
no.
mixes also with Bombing Mission.
Well, I was talking about, I guess,
The
yeah.
Airbuster.
No, not Airbuster, the Scorpion fight.
Okay, I'm gonna be.
Yeah, like again, that one also mixes a bit of electric, and it mixes also with the opening bomb mission.
All right,
with-
now
between-
okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest. This is one boss I did have a bit of difficulty with, mainly because I didn't prepare. Well, I didn't know this boss was coming because this is a blind LP, but I also didn't prepare enough.
All right, here we go.
That's why it's gonna take a bit.
Sure.
Okay.
It also should be pointed out that the original game was fully turn-based, so having so the fact that they were that the boss was on the end of it and you were on the end of it didn't really matter because in an action game where you actually have to move around, that doesn't really work very well because you can't really move much. Therefore, this was a change that was necessary, not just for the purpose of making things a bit, more believable, but at the same time, it fits. It works better with the gameplay that they have.
Anyway, though,
Java,
yeah, I
the
do see what
boss
you mean
used
about
for
this
the
one
Scorpion
being
was different enough. This is basically 1-to-1, just using the orchestral beats.
I see what you mean.
Personally, I prefer the Airbuster version just because of the awesome choir.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I mean,
I would
me
agree,
personally-
but oh my god, Dave.
Me personally, I mean, like for the most part, I was just focusing on the boss to really pay attention to the music. But now I'm listening to it properly because I have to play the game at the same time. I do like the, for the most part, the remixes of the older tracks.
Oh, definitely.
This actually was used in one of the trailers, if you remember.
Oh, yes. Like I said, this remix is actually very good. Like Pedro, I prefer Airbuster because Airbuster feels like, the original boss tune, but, upgraded, because it also remembers the rock which the original boss tune had. But not to lie, yeah, this rendition of OC by Further, complete your orchestra as it is pretty great. Now, if this was
That's exactly also the thing, Jova. Like, that's also the reason why I really can't complain about this soundtrack, because even if there is a theme that I like better than another, potentially because it does things, differently, or just stays a bit too to the original. There's literally a thing for everyone. I have no idea who decided the process of basically have all these different remixes literally to please everyone. But
really
to me, basically,
is.
this should be the golden standard from now on, basically.
Yeah.
It really is a great smorgasbord. Now, okay, in some way...
The main problem there is that it's a shit ton of work.
Okay.
I guess, but not just that. You can listen it better if you listen to the tracks on its own. I think for the orchestral bits, Square still uses the London Philharmonic Orchestra. If you listen closely, this is some really fast composition, and it goes on for minutes. I dread to the strain that these poor musicians had to go through for composing this. Not literally composing this, but actually having to play the instruments this way.
Oh, trust me, too. I have a good idea because I've performed in my fair share of bands and orchestras. It's pretty tough.
Like it's one thing idealizing the song for the composer, fair enough, but then you have to put it to practice, you know.
Sure. But yeah, this rendition of VII Further is such a great, it's such a great rendition. And like Tio said, the fact that we already have a remix of VII Further that's already more faithful, you know, to the original one from the game, helps it a lot better, you know. It's not like we have to pick and choose, we have all those renditions to listen to, so... You know, it's like, okay, at this point, give me more remixes, sure.
I do love this remake as well, but I have to say that I still prefer...
Airbusters is the best.
I don't even have to bring up the Airbusters version of the choir. Even if you just check out the one that plays when you fight the virtual reality bosses.
Oh yeah. When you fight Shiva.
Which is basically that track, but with the choir removed. Literally a one-to-one remake that basically is exactly like the original, just with the real instruments.
That's literally phase 1 of Airbusters, yeah.
When Matsu composed this theme, he meant it to be played with rock guitars, and therefore that's how the song sounds best to me. Like,
me too.
When Matsu composed this, he meant this for guitars, not for.
That's also why the Black Mages version, the one that Nobuatsu Band did back then, before Eventually, mind you, to me is basically the ideal best remix of the track in general. Also, watch out because I think it's around this time, if it's not here, it's gonna be the next phase. The boss has a fuck you laser. Get hit and you are insta-killed. So pay attention.
But yeah, this boss fight is pretty great and stellar still.
I'll show you what I can do.
One thing that I'll also like to...
Yeah, it just took a while for me to beat us all.
One thing that I'll talk about that you will see in this playthrough is the trophies, because I'm glad that with this game in Final Fantasy 15, Square has gotten better at creating a trophy list for their Final Fantasy games, because Final Fantasy 15's trophies are very reasonable. Yeah, obviously it takes work, but they should, it's trophies. But it's not... And same thing with these trophies. The trophies in this game never really feel like impossible or anything like that. They're very reasonable as well. Unlike the unlike the trophies in the 13 trilogy, which were fucking terrible. And to give you an idea, there's literally a trophy Final Fantasy 13 called Treasure Hunter. You know what that requires? It requires it to literally hold every single item in the game at one point, and I'm doing.
The game doesn't have a way of tracking this, by the way.
The game, and there's no way for you to keep track of which item you're missing, like you have to basically have a list, and even then, just getting that trophy fairly, it will take hours.
You know, it was nice of. Sorry, I'd have to interrupt you there. It's nice of the Arsenal to not run Aram over and squish her, just drags her a little bit, sliding her along the floor.
Well,
you mentioned...
Do we have any joke related to the football team?
That football team beat us today, so I don't have any jokes.
There, I think that qualifies enough. So.
But yeah, speaking of trophies, did I get one while I was there?
I didn't notice that if you did.
You have trophy notifications turned on.
In general, as custom made, most of the trophies you get are for completing the chapters. But like I mentioned, there are some quirky ones if you decide to go out of your way to do them. Like finishing correctly the mini game of the dancing that gives you the earrings, for example, or completing the side quest that gives you the letter from the angel of the angel of the slums. Sorry. So there is that. Honestly, the biggest milestone is, of course, finishing everything in hard mode, which, you know, it might discourage other players, but I still have to do it, but I'm actually welcoming the challenge just to give it a try. Oh, there you go, there's the fuck you laser. Get behind cover if it tries to do that.
Get up on the... Oh, wait.
Time for phase 2 of the theme.
Basically, Dwibs, the Scorpion, the Scorpion Sentinel boss fight, it gets a callback here in a sense of that you need to take cover from the fuck you laser. There you go.
Oh boy, the orchestra certainly had their work cut out for them with this soundtrack. Whoa. You know what I love imagining? The bits where the orchestra had to play alongside the rock band.
It's also funny, Jova. I re-listened again recently the Airbuster version just to you know, analyze it a bit better. For some reason, Hamazu decides to use a particular type of synth that I actually heard mostly in gaming only another time in the compositions that god damn it, I forgot the name. Motoi Sakuraba, there you go, uses for the Star Ocean series. Not even joking. That particular type of synth is something that I rarely hear in video games.
And speaking of bits of a soundtrack I recognise, I was listening to some of Final Fantasy VIII soundtrack recently, and there was a track, I can't remember the name, that starts off with the same heartbeat sounds you hear during the question segments of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh, I think it's the beginning of the Extreme. There you go, 9999. But no, there is one particular track in 8 which starts instead with Cloud's leitmotif, which is Premonition, the battle theme against Idea. And that's as a sort of an Easter egg because Idea was supposed to be a character present in 7 as quote-unquote the witch, but was discarded and instead retooled for 8.
Oh boy, this is going to not look good on Shinra's tax notes.
Not to mention, I'm pretty sure they're building the explosions here can be seen from flying under Sector 1.
Seriously, the janitors will have a real field day with this.
And the insurance agency is going to have an even bigger field day inspecting them over this.
What's the name of the insurance agency here?
I don't know.
I don't think the insurance agency has a name, so...
Oh, no, wait, no, I got one. What's the last name of what's the last name of the short fat guy who's one of the directors?
Palmer.
Yeah. Palmer Insurance.
Oh, so
honestly,
the insurance
Palmer
company
is way too focused on going to space to think of something actually practical like that.
Well, I mean, he might need a second business to fund his space hobby.
Can you take over for me?
Wouldn't that imply that the insurance company is literally in Shinra's pockets?
Yes, but would that surprise you in this world?
No.
There you are.
Jesus.
But yeah, I pity the janitors who have to clean up after this fight.
I mean, you cannot even say there's LexCorp here because Shinra is the LexCorp of this world.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll write the fanfic of the janitors having to clean up after them.
Clearly, the piece of lore that we are missing.
You know. Even comic books have sort of taken steps into that. Like, believe it or not, in Gotham City, there's literally a villain called the Carpenter, who other villains hire to help set up their cockamania schemes, gizmos, death traps, and whatnot. Gotham City has a surprisingly very elaborate criminal system.
Plus, in the John Wick movies, they use, like, dinner reservation as a code name for please come and clear up the dead bodies.
I'll take care of them.
Go, Dwibs, you're almost done.
Machines so powerful they can fire lasers that literally leave an after trail of flame. Seriously, they spared
also,
no expense.
Red 13, it's nice to see you are very
jumping around and shit.
it's nice to see you're contributing on lot to this endeavor.
Yes.
He's doing it, but the damage, I've gotta be honest, the damage that he does is so minimal. Look at that.
I guess there's only so much that kicking, clawing, and biting a mech like that can do.
But Jova, Sonic told me that you can just jump on a robot to destroy him.
That's the thing. Sonic's quills are hard enough for it.
Okay, what's Tails' excuse?
His tails are hard enough for it.
Of course.
As for Knuckles, he
And the
literally...
knives,
Knuckles
clearly.
can
So what
Knuckles can
about,
punch stuff.
But Jobba, how does that explain Amy's hair in Sonic Heroes and Advance 2?
Oh, Amy uses a
And
hammer.
never mind that. Never mind that, guys. How does the Chow destroy bosses?
He's
Because
too
they are
cute.
gods, damn it.
Chaos energy.
Because Webs, he's called Cheese.
Okay.
He's through the game.
Who wants a DPS rush? Seriously, kill it first before it kills you.
No, playing as Cream in Advance 2 is the
alright, I
only
got
valid
behind.
way to play that game.
I got behind the wall.
I agree.
Yes, Harry. Yeah, exactly. Now basically it's a race against time. Defeat it before it defeats you.
Yep. Ha.
Come on, I've almost got it.
Use lightning!
I don't have lightning.
Damn it.
There we go. Ooh, barely made it.
You say the term Thunder Magic, good job. Otherwise, it just seems like you're talking about the lightning character.
Yeah, there you go. Just take some moment to actually breathe.
Still die later tonight.
Aren't you?
Thank you, Red.
Aren't you a bundle of optimism?
You're just jealous because no one is petting you.
I'm totally a grown man. What are you talking about?
Well, yes, somebody pet the dog then.
I mean, there's already Hojo and his non-consensual booping.
Oh,
Mind you, he's voiced by Ryuji, so
Oh,
he
goody.
just calmed down
Who
from
really
it.
wants Hojo's face anywhere near them, though?
Okay.
Oh, goody, we're about to get this scene.
This bit needs a bit of mentioning, but first let's see it happening. Still desert.
Surprised anyone's still here after all the chaos that's been going on.
Well, the Domino probably helped evacuate.
Was chaos the name of a character in that?
Don't worry.
Yes.
Don't worry, Webs. Everybody has been evacuated to the safe zone.
Of course. Oh.
Now, just as we planned, everybody come out of every
guys,
nook and
we
cranny.
just made a huge robot explode. Like, just lay your weapons down. Come on.
Strength in numbers.
Whatever. This is not Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh,
RPG. You're
oh.
not intimidating.
Oh, I love this
bit.
bit.
We have them surrounded, sir.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Shit.
No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah. What do you think this? What do you think this is? My Hero
Oh,
Academia?
here we
It's not the
go.
obvious.
Posing
Mind you,
time.
you can say the same about all kinds of shows like that.
Local florist.
Well, it was meant to be a joke anyway.
Impressive.
Okay.
This is like the
Okay.
weirdest group of people ever.
Yeah,
Up your
exactly.
ass, yeah.
I don't mind the fact that it's Heidegger-esque in this and not Rufus, but the fact that he's doing this to only Barret, Tifa, and Red kinda makes the scene lose, the strength that he had in the original, because it was their entire team back then, plus, including also Cloud and Tifa. There was a meaning, especially because Rufus didn't know who these people were. Heidegger asking this here is a bit, only to a part of the team, is a bit redundant, especially since he spied on them before.
Oh, wait, what's that sound?
It sounds like
Nostalgia.
awesomeness.
I wonder who that could be.
It's a bike.
It's a huge symbol of compensation.
How do you like me now?
Cloud, you're not Neck.
I know. I'm way cooler than that guy.
I bet like that.
Okay. Soldiers, for nothing, but would someone care to explain why we put gas in the display model?
You told us to do that in case the president wants to take a
And
ride.
you listened to me?
I was literally joking then, soldier.
Okay, Tifa, I get it that this was in the original too, but couldn't you pick a better vehicle?
Yeah, not gonna lie.
Cloud has a bike, you've got a van.
It's amazing how these Ape, the name my country calls this type of vehicle, it's called Ape, like bee. It's amazing how this vehicle manages to keep up with that kind of motorcycle.
Actually, that's the thing, Tio. It kind of doesn't in the remake. Cloud kind of has to slow down for them. Ooh! Whoa! You see that? I literally just did Kung Fu with a motorcycle. How awesome can I
just
get?
like in the FMV. Also,
Barrett, sit down.
Congratulations, Cloud. Just train a bit more and you'll be able to also play car games with this.
Pardon me.
Awesome. It's worth mentioning because
I got shit for knocking down the chairs earlier, but they just flat out destroyed them.
Oh, no, this one. You want to dodge? Yeah, you really want to dodge this one.
Oh, I'm so glad that this.
Smart. Very smart guy.
Yeah, just go away.
Soldier, everybody.
Also, I gotta say, those soldiers are amazing for not dying despite being whacked by a motorbike.
Okay, it's also worth mentioning because it's themed after what's about to happen. In one of the other interviews that Oper said, supposedly you were supposed to have a rematch against Roche around this time of the game. The thing is that it was cut away at the last second because the team just thought it would have been a bit of a mood breaker for some reason.
Really?
But they actually promised that they're gonna try to re-implement him in the next part.
I wouldn't. Okay, considering what happens,
Yeah,
and
I can't take a screenshot.
Oh.
Thank you, game, for pointing that out. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, honestly, considering how crazy the motorcycle chase is, I don't think Rosh would have really have been a mood breaker, considering how insane the motorcycle chase is. But yeah,
I have to agree that. Hold on.
Aww.
Just don't do that.
damn.
Oh.
Aw. Anyway, as for Cloud's motorcycle in this game, it looks like a fusion of the motorcycle from...
Chapter 18, Destiny's Crossroads.
Oh boy.
Like
I was tempted to put in the Crossroads theme, but that would have been a bit of a mood breaker.
Anyway,
Also, I
No,
don't
they're
know
not
what-
seeing this. They're keeping their eyes on the fucking road.
I don't know what that is, Dwibs. It's another British soap opera.
Okay, has Tifa actually passed her driving test?
Probably not.
It's very rare that video game characters actually keep their eyes on the road.
Dwibs, she's the owner of a bar with high alcoholic beverages. I'm pretty sure she's stoned constantly.
okay, so
yeah, the
these
Dementors-
guys are...
The Dementors have decided to circle around the Shinra building because
Raisins.
We never
looks
figure out
cool, I
why.
guess.
Yeah,
Not
okay.
just that, they're only doing this to the exterior because we will see later on people inside being unaffected by this. It's almost as if the idea behind this is that they're trying to protect something from going out. But the thing is that there is nothing suggesting this.
Okay, I'll just say this. This is around the part of time where the
I
game...
know, Rufus. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. So, Rufus, it seems, can see them, but of course
But
saying...
doesn't understand what they are. Well, everyone seems to be doing that now.
Meanwhile, Sang, on the other hand, doesn't seem to be able to notice or see them. Now,
Just so he doesn't think his new boss has gone cuckoo.
Now, I will just say this. This is around the point of time where the game becomes, shall I say, anti-newbie friendly.
Well, more specifically at the tail end of this section, which Dwibs has paced decently enough, if you ask me.
True.
But here's the thing, instead to understand. The reason why Thanks is to be very in touch with Rufus, it's reference to Before Crisis, where Rufus was actually very in contact with the Turks and actually informed them on the movements of the Avalanche terrorist team. At the end of the game, it was basically revealed that Rufus had been doing triple game because he was also secretly aiding Avalanche in an effort to thwart his father, President Shinra. But when President Shinra got to know that, instead of actually killing him, decided to actually have a moment of pity in his life and sent him away with this quote-unquote vacation.
Huh.
So that's the reason why the Turks are in touch with him and why he managed to get the timing right in coming back.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for that other moment in the game you've been waiting for, aside from Cloud cross-dressing.
All right, the other motorcycle
Ah, no,
section.
you tell me. Hell, even the characters can't answer that.
It's like in 13 Toon, damn if we know.
Caught up in it, do you?
Well, in this case, it makes sense that they don't know what's going on.
Oh my god, that's the thing. The characters don't even know that Wedge is apparently dead. To be fair, even we don't know for sure if he's dead. We just heard a bout of glass, but yes, here's
Yeah.
I love this remix of Crazy Motorcycle
Okay,
Chase.
again, another bit of honesty here. I did fail my first attempt at this, this whole section in general. So what you're going to be seeing in a bit is my second attempt.
Fair
I'll
enough.
save this for a New Game Plus, because in a New Game Plus you can skip this.
No. Would not have
Where's
wanted...
the footed skipping?
Pedro.
Who do you think I am, George Wood?
Pedro would not have wanted him to skip this section. Come on.
Sure.
If I were George Wood, I'd be saying stuff like, "This game is easy to beat by cheating."
Now, like I said, okay. Cloud's motorcycle in this game, in this part of the game, is interesting. It seems like a fusion between, the motorcycle from the original game and Fenrir. Oddly enough. It's got the general framework of the original, but it has a lot of the extra engine parts that Fenrir has.
See, the thing is, too, the reason the damn if I know thing from 13.2 was such a problem is because the game never actually explains that question, whereas this project is still incomplete, so the jury is still out on that one.
I will say this though, I do feel like this game should try its best to stand on its own. Now some mysteries I definitely get, wait for the later part. But mysteries like why the Dementors were surrounding the building kind of feel like it's just there for mystery's sake, especially considering what happens in the end.
Okay, around the 46-minute mark is when you'll see the little cut I did, because I basically failed the second phase. So and the part was already long enough as it was. So
Sure.
So yeah,
But there you go. Now to spice things up, you're not just fighting people in motorcycles, but instead now you have entire trucks full with Shinra soldiers that you have to pick apart.
That said, like many other music tracks in this game, the motorcycle chase scene gets a few new phases. One of which will be a rendition of Let the Battles Begin, the main battle theme of 7,
Yeah.
and another which will be a highway rendition of the boss theme, Those Who Fight Further. Once again, showing that they really love remixing those. But yes, this scene is well crafted here. You still gotta dodge a lot and make sure that you don't, die, and you also have to protect Tifa's car. Yeah, this is where
I also like the little touch that your Elvar actually displays the name of your vehicle. Even though they didn't need to do that, but they actually did.
But let me talk about the best edition. Barrett actually helps out this time!
Instead of just sitting there doing nothing.
That was like one of the major bouts people brought up during the highway scene.
It was basically an escort mission that was basically only hindering you for the boss fight, because seriously, unless you're really skilled, it's really hard to actually have everyone at full Elvar at the end of the motorcycle chasing in the original game. And I'm not talking about the replay value at the gold saucer, I'm talking about the actual first time it happened. Because there is not like a replay feature or anything, so you need to perfect that, in one go.
But yeah, Teal's point about Tifa's choice in cars just come up here. For the remake, she really should have picked a better car considering the crud they have to deal with.
Damn it, the more you actually no, it was It was Tori. Okay, damn it, Toriyama, you with your bloody habit of fast.
Bye. Roadblocks are for pussies.
Trust me, good. As far as Toriyama habits go, these are his good ones.
Oh, and now we get even helicopters, because Shinra is literally throwing everything in a kitchen sink to these poor people.
Yeah, I gotta say, I love how this highway chase came out. Like, it's like I said, honestly, with the insanity of this highway chase, adding Rush would not really have been a mood breaker, because they're practically throwing everything else at
how
us.
nice. If you get close enough to the right side of the car,
Red 13
will heal you.
Red 13 throws potions at you, yes.
So yeah,
He's
like,
a good boy.
so yeah, there you go. Barrett and Red 13 are a lot more helpful in this section than they were in the original.
Even the drones now, Jesus.
Let's see, drones, motorbikes,
Okay,
trucks, helicopters.
are there other enemies that you haven't decided to put here yet?
Spoilers, the answer is hell of a yes. I gotta wonder, does Shinra literally just have all this stuff on standby just in case of a highway speed chase? I have to say, there must be some very excited scientists getting to see their creations finally go to work.
That's the problem, Jova. Remember, the highway was... Oh, there you go, the enemy robot. Remember, Jova, the highway was designed by Reeve. So I can imagine him not very happy to see the tool that he wanted to create for the people, for the benefit of the people of Midgar, being used for basically Fast and Furious.
Sorry, Reeve, but we gotta do what we gotta do.
What would this?
It's about family.
Yeah, what would this be called if this were a Fast and Furious movie?
The final Fast and
Midgar
Furious.
Drift.
The Fantasy of the Furious.
Fair enough.
Final Fantasy of the Furious, Midgar Drift.
Joe, but that would mean it's the worst movie.
Okay. Final Fantasy of the Furious, Midgar Highway. But yes.
Well, how about Final Five?
But it's not the fifth movie. We already have a fifth movie.
Remind me, please, what's the Japanese name?
Wild Speed.
There you go. Wild Fantasy Speed.
So yes, as you can see, they even have robots with balls for bottoms.
Oh yeah, you already thought this being in Hojo's lab, but basically now they're being re-implemented for the chase sequence.
You know, I'd be amazed if Shinra stocks are actually going up because they're putting in higher production these robots now.
Yeah, that's gonna be the plot of the second game. Not only does Sephiroth suddenly die halfway through the game, it suddenly turns into a plot to bankrupt Shinra.
What, it's secretly a real estate scheme.
Where basically the plot is they send in Yuffie to steal all their physical body and all their materia.
I mean,
while Cloud uses his knowledge of the inner workings of Shinra to hack into their computer, to hack into their systems.
Oh shit!
And rob them of all their body.
Oh.
And that's how Shinra went first.
But well, to be fair, Dwibs. Oh, there you go. They actually saved them. In the original game, you actually can buy a house in Cost of the Soul if you have enough money.
I thought you were gonna say you can buy a stake in Shinra.
No.
On it.
Got it.
Allow me to
There's
introduce you to the reason you're
what's the song
compared
called
to
again?
Let the battles begin.
I thought where was the fight? Third one, I thought that's the boss.
Fight further is the boss scene. This is the main battle thing that the
Now instead you have to fight
Like I said,
the
I remember
soldier unit.
more music. I remember more the music itself than the names.
If you don't remember from the Rush fight, well, they showed up before, but the soldier you can also fire. You can also use fire magic as basically setting up landmines. There you go.
Hey, fellow white card! Why does this asshole keep saying he's an ex-soldier? He's never even worked for us!
I don't know what you're talking about. I was the best. I was flipping first class.
Look, I don't even know who the hell you are!
Let me show you then. My name is Cloud Strife, and I am a living legacy. You can also look good in
Also a
dress.
cat rat to her. There we go.
Actually,
I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine it now. Cloud having a your mama fight.
like, you can't.
That's not really sweet. I could see Yuffie doing that.
Yeah, I can. I'm trying to think of a clever one actually. Oh, I got it. Hey, Sephiroth, your mama's so fat. She takes up a whole building.
You'll have to
I
be
don't know.
specific as to which mother of his you're attacking. Oh snap.
Use one of the Dave Chappelle ones. Your mama's so fat that she's out to the Grand Canyon, she got stuck.
Oh no, wait, I got one. I got
Fucking
got this one from.
sure.
Oh wait, hey guys, I got one from the Nutty Professor movie.
Seriously,
How I know?
Cloud.
How I know about that film, I have no
Jesus.
idea. But anyway, your mama's so fat. After sex, I went off her twice, and I'm still on the bitch.
Also, seriously, Cloud, Barrett told to leave the chopper to him. He'll steal her. Jesus.
Yeah, that's the thing though. I keep thinking I have to literally touch the side of the car.
Whispers intervene.
To get a potion from Red.
But to preserve
Yeah, I don't have to get that close to her.
So
Right,
yeah.
but at least we can safely say that
now
the,
I've
when
got-
the worst is done. There's nothing else they can throw
Nope.
at you.
Got
Right,
the
the
attack
motor, the
got the attack
motor
of the killer
ball.
Beyblades.
So, guys, remember this guy? Yeah, you fought him at the end of the highway. Here, and now he decides he's gonna join you for the ride.
pound sack of it.
Oh, so I have
Brad,
to.
seriously.
Tifa, you're the one that keeps taking your eyes off the road.
So I have to wonder Shinra's game
Anyway, there
plan.
you go. There's.
I have to wonder Shinra's game plan with this guy. Are they sure that he won't accidentally kill Arab and company before capturing her?
Pretty sure at this point we're not caring anymore. We just want these people dead.
Boss, when you told us to get them, did you say dead or alive?
Also, it's Heidegger. He probably just wants to blow shit up.
Well, to be fair, Heidegger did say to secure the girl. Feel
Yeah,
free to
but
kill the
how are you gonna
others.
secure the girl if you blow her up along with everyone else in the car?
I'm still workshopping that one.
There you go. The ideal strategy here is basically to disable the wheels to make the boss vulnerable.
Woo! It's
Yeah,
got quite a
but it
mean.
takes a while for me to get comfortably close to them.
You have to watch out also for the attacks.
He has got one mean drift.
And now the cheating bastards.
It just shifted. The absolute
Worry,
madman.
I have the power of
Good
Rage.
Good old Blade Beam. You've won me so many battles in Smash.
I know, right?
Hey, fuck you, Red 13. I'm trying my best.
Are you
Oh,
really now?
watch out for the
You
flamethrower.
Huh. Talk about being too hot to handle.
And he manages to
Red,
regenerate
next time
the...
think of, you know, Red, next time think
wheels.
about what you say before you turn into a hot dog.
A hot rod dog.
Alright, let's try this. I synchro summon Stardust Dragon in attack mode. Oh, it's doing nothing.
Road skill to make more sense in this context.
I don't really know much about it. It's got this one pesky wheel to deal with.
Lightning and fire mixed together. You robo bastard.
What do you get when you mix lightning with fire? It doesn't
Same
work.
thing that happens to everything else.
The same thing that happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning storm.
Yeah, what David Hayter was thinking when he wrote that line, I'm assuming it's him. I have no idea.
I get that they were trying to make that cool, but it wasn't. It was just awkward.
Halfway done.
I mean, that's the thing. That writing is David Hayter's main career, actually.
Oh yeah, I mean, for the most part, he does
He's
good.
not a bad writer or anything. I mean, I like the first two X-Men
Good.
movies that he co-wrote, but
Oh, boy.
not mine, though.
Ooh. What can't this boss do?
Well, actually having a boss fight this time around because you have to basically
Die
only
the first
him
time I face it.
on the chase. I mean, it does make sense because the boss was designed for that purpose, but in the original, again, turn-based meant that you needed a more conventional boss fight right at the end. And to be fair, the Motorboat was one of the cheaper boss fights, especially early on in the game. So it's actually better if they just retooled him just for the motorcycle section.
Honestly, I dig this. It gives the motorcycle section all the more means of standing out.
The only negative is that it doesn't have him having an entry in the bestiary, unfortunately. I mean, it's a nitpick, I know. It's just that I wish it was just there also to have a decent model.
It is weird that they didn't add him to the bestiary.
It's a thing that applies to every type of enemy used for the motorcycle chases.
How weird. Like, I still consider them actual legit enemies. Why not give them their own bestiary section?
I don't know. But again, like you said, nitpick. When the eventual PC version is released, the mod, people who extract the mods will be able to get a decent one anyway.
Oh, I'm still looking forward to the mod that makes it that you can play as Cloud in the dress for the remainder of the campaign. And that's gonna be a thing.
Well,
It'll be DLC
tricky on the bike.
costumes, honestly.
Honestly, yeah. I never get why they didn't do the DLC costume route with this game. Like, or at the very least...
Honestly, again, Job, it's pretty much clear that the team just wanted to release the game and immediately go to start developing the next one. Because again, the game... If you notice, the game didn't really have that much patches after release as well.
Oh,
they
yeah.
Just shipped the final game. The only DLC that were the minor pre-order bonus, like the mini chocobo material and everything. Very minor stuff anyway. And now immediately they're focusing on part 2 without having to go back on this. It's actually surprisingly refreshing.
This I can explain. It sort of has to do with, the reaction to how... Yeah, awesome.
End of the road.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
for the head. So he should, Paul should have been told that.
It's time for Red to be a kill stealer.
Maybe not. Let's call it a duo hit. They literally did it together.
Again, the power of teamwork and shit.
And there we are. What's his history?
Anyway, I can sort of explain why they would have put as much work so that they wouldn't have to patch this game later. As you recall, the last two incredibly big releases of Square were...
Mold Breaker.
Yeah, that's right. We kind of need an ending for this game, don't we? Oops.
Okay, I think it's better to mention it here. Yeah, especially because not much is about to happen. The characters are about to actually jump out of the vehicles. Okay, if you enjoyed the game, know nothing about this game, very hard, especially if you're watching this and the foreshadowing, please avoid the next part, which is the finale portion, and just wait until our final thoughts. Because everything that's about to happen from now onward may seriously piss you off.
Not only that,
I don't blame you if it happens. I don't blame you if it doesn't. But if there is an idiosyncratic reaction to this, I really suggest you to just skip the next part and listen to our final thoughts. If you will still be here with us, on the next part, well, this is where the game basically pulls away the curtain and starts talking more about his true intentions.
Let me put it like this. You know how I said that this game is best experienced if you have played the compilation and the original 7 beforehand? What's about to come up is pretty much the main reason why this game as a whole, sadly, is not really newbie friendly. Don't get me wrong. Up until this part, aside from the stuff regarding Sephiroth, it's been very newbie-friendly. But you're about to see why I consider the stuff regarding Sephiroth not as newbie-friendly. And don't get me wrong, as someone who has played the original, who has seen stuff from the compilation, it does excite me for stuff. but it can still leave you awfully confused, annoyed, or like Tio said, pissed off. Now, before we go, allow me to explain why this game probably came out with little patchwork needed.
Yeah.
It's probably has to do with how there was, okay, there was Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3. Two games that turned out good for the most part, but if there's one problem both had, it was with what had to be released post-release. 15 had that infamous thing with the very terribly paced out patch release schedule thing, and don't get me wrong, the additions were nice, but it did give the initial game the feeling that, this kind of feels incomplete without it, and to a lot of people kind of got annoyed seeing how, we needed to add this patch in later. Kingdom Hearts 3 also had that thing where, Remind comes in, but it really feels like stuff that should have just been in the game, and it really does come to a head when you hear that Kingdom Hearts 3 did have a bit of issues with development here and there. My guess is that the VII Remake worked to avert that by packing in as much as they could so that they would not really need to patch stuff out. And mind you, this is even keeping and pertaining the fact that this is like the first part of the remake, sort of. So
yeah, if I had to guess, potentially for the quote-unquote eventual super complete deluxe edition thingy, they might, do like a director's cut for this portion and, patch things out a bit, especially if it's going to be released for the next gen. But who knows? Only speculation.
Folks.
So
For the time being,
we shall see you next time for the feature-length finale.
Oh boy, see you then.
See ya.
See ya.
Yeah.